key themes for investing that you need to know this year are as simple as ABC. So A stands for AI, so there's no doubt that AI will continue to drive change and innovation as well as markets. But what we're probably going to see now and going forward is the transition away from some of the key hardware names that we've historically been used to seeing in the headlines, as AI is now finally entering its monetization and commercialization phase after over 70 years in the making. As we enter this next phase, it will really be the enablers and the adopters that will really drive the next leg of growth. So B stands for breadth, and this is in relation to the Magnificent Seven. So over the past 2 years, the Magnificent Seven stocks, not only have they taken such a large proportion of the large indices such as the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, they've also driven predominantly most of the returns of those indices because they've taken up so much space. And that is actually what we call narrow breadth, such a small amount of stocks driving the majority of the returns. And as I mentioned in the video before, the group's profit is expected to slow to its slowest pace in 2 years. So now it begs the question, is it finally time for the other 493 stocks to shine, or at least for the relative performance to catch up? C stands for cuts, and that is in regard to interest rates or cash rates. So the Fed for the US is expected to cut twice this year, and the RBA is expected to start with a 25 basis cut in the next meeting on Feb 18. And as an added bonus, last but not least, D for diversification. So I'm not only talking about your traditional diversification in terms of asset classes, countries, and sectors, but going back to my point about B for breadth, maybe it's time to have a look at your portfolio again and see what the key drivers are of performance. Has it been the Magnificent Seven names? And if so, is it time to diversify some of your exposure away from that so that you can really capture the next leg or some of the key drivers of the next leg of growth going forward? My name is Lung, ETF Portfolio Manager and your investing buddy. Remember to like and follow to learn more about investing.